learn about the anaerobic respiration in this video. So first of all, what is anaerobic respiration? Simple. It is the respiration that takes place in the absence of oxygen. So in animals, the pyruvate is converted into lactate, while in yeast or the plants, the pyruvate is converted to ethanol and carbon dioxide. And because ethanol is produced, so it is also known as alcoholic fermentation. It produces only 2 ATP per glucose, quite lesser than the amount of ATP produced by aerobic respiration. So it actually gives you energy for a time being. Because, for example, if you are exercising, you need more energy. Maybe it's not fulfilled by the aerobic respiration, so your cells starts to respire anaerobically to produce extra ATP to provide you that amount of energy. So let's go into the detail of these one. What is the effect of low oxygen on respiration? So as the name indicate that the it's anaerobic respiration, so it means that oxygen has something to do with the respiration cycle. The very first thing is, as you know, that oxygen is involved in the electron transport chain. It is the final proton acceptor or the electron acceptor, and it is then converted into water. Simple. So if there is no oxygen, there is no final electron acceptor and no proton acceptor. So simply the reaction is not going to happen. The electron chain stops and there is no oxidative phosphorylation because there is no oxygen available. So no ATP are formed, and definitely NAD and FAD are not oxidized. If they are not oxidized, mean if they are not, you can say, recycled in a cell, because they are needed in Krebs cycle. So if they are not recycled, if they are not oxidized, the hydrogens are not removed, definitely they are not going to become part of the Krebs cycle. So no regenerated NAD and FAD, so Krebs cycle also has to be stopped. So anaerobic respiration, it produces ATP while via glycolysis, and you know glycolysis also doesn't need the oxygen. We have already learned this because oxygen is not required. It is only converting the glucose into pyruvate, and it happens in the cytoplasm even if oxygen is not present. That is a basic thing. So when we talk about the anaerobic respiration, the pyruvate is the one which is going to convert into ethanol or ethanoic acid or the lactic acid or lactate. So, first of all, the regeneration occurs through the fermentation. Animals produce lactate while the yeast and plant produce the ethanol and carbon dioxide. So, much lesser ATP as compared to the other one. Let's discuss the pathway. So, how does pyruvate look like? What is the chemical structure of pyruvate? There are three carbons. Let's say one, two, and three. Here we have a double bond O. Here we have double bond O with O negative, and it is CH3. This is pyruvate, a simple molecule. Now what is going to happen? The NADH is then oxidized, mean hydrogen is removed, and it is given to this molecule, let's say, and it is going to form a lactate. So there is a little rearrangement of atoms, and definitely in addition of hydrogen over here, it is converted into lactate. Let's make a molecule for lactate. It's simple. It's three carbon, one, two, and three. Again, here CH3 is present. This is not going to change. It's O and it's O negative. While this one gains the hydrogen, so it becomes OH and it's become H. So there is a little change. There is addition of hydrogen over here, and the pyruvate is converted into lactate. And this happens in animals, mostly in the muscle cells, which are respiring anaerobically during exercise. The second one is the ethanol one. Let's talk about the ethanol one. So first of all, the pyruvate, which is this one, is going to convert into the ethanol. What is an ethanol? Simple. It's an aldehyde. So again, the NADH would be here, and sorry, I forgot to make carb oxygen over here. And then there is formation of NAD. Hydrogen is given to this one. There is The breakdown, carbon dioxide is produced. For example, this bond is given to this one. So carbon dioxide is produced and this hydrogen is going to attach over here. So it becomes C double bond O, and this is actually the ethanol and aldehyde. And you know, aldehyde are characterized by hydrogen on one side and the carbon chain on the other side of the carbonyl group. So this ethanol is going to convert into ethanol, which is CH2OH. So there will be formation of ethanol, sorry, C2H5OH. So there were more hydrogen added over here. So the final products are carbon dioxide and ethanol. So this is how pyruvate is converted into ethanol and carbon dioxide. These are the simple pathway, not difficult at all, quite easy to understand. Let's learn about the difference between the aerobic and the anaerobic. First of all, aerobic requires oxygen while anaerobic doesn't. It happens without oxygen. The highest it produces it gives you high yield of energy, that is 36 ATP, while you get only 2 ATP per glucose molecule. The end products are carbon dioxide and water in aerobic respiration, while in anaerobic respiration, as we have discussed earlier, there will be production of ethanol, there will be production of carbon dioxide, and in plants and yeast, and in animals lactic acid or lactate is produced. So this is all for now. See you again in some other videos. Suggest us the topics or the past papers or the past paper question which you need to discuss, which you think are difficult to solve, because we need a little technical or technique to solve the past papers. So tell me the questions which you find really difficult to solve. So see you in another video.